to Julie's Wreath Boutique. We are here in the studio, but I'm not going to be the one teaching you how to make this magnificent wreath tonight. It's my friend Casey from CaseyLee.co, and she is like a master at grapevineries. And I asked her, would you be willing to share a tutorial on some of your techniques? And this one doesn't disappoint. She puts together this beautiful wreath. We give you the links of where to find all of the same greeneries and flowers and grapevines that she used in her tutorial. But I don't want you to stop right there. I want you to give her some love because she came out with a brand new video for you for Easter tonight on her YouTube channel. So what I want you to do is watch her here on Julie's Wreath Boutique. Give her some love in the comments. Do me a big favor there. Again, say hi, Casey. And then I want you to go to the description box, and I will have the link pinned in the comments as well, and go to her YouTube channel and watch the very special cross wreath that she has for you. I know how you guys like the cross wreaths, but do me a favor, watch the full tutorial, learn something new, and I really appreciate Casey doing this because right now has been a super busy time for Julie's Wreath Boutique. If you haven't caught on, we are relaunching Julie's Biz Boutique and the doors are open. So if you need help with how to sell your products, how to do social media, any of that stuff, I want you to join my group. Okay, it's a monthly group and it does have a price tag on it, but I have a $10 coupon for you. It's all down in the description box. Just use 10 off for the coupon code and get $10 off your first month. I promise you, you will get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to Julie's Biz Boutique because I have over 75 trainings for you to look at, to learn from, and ask questions in the Facebook group and get you on the right track with your business. So no further ado, we're gonna go watch Casey's beautiful wreath tutorial. Thanks, Casey.
Hello everyone, thank you for watching. I am Casey with CaseyLee.co Wreaths. Today I will be making a floral wreath with all of this beautiful greenery and floral from greenerymarket.com. First, I will be prepping my flowers. I will be cutting them all up, so I'm gonna do that in a fast video so you guys don't have to watch that whole process. But I do want to show you all the items I will be using. The white rose, these beautiful thistle, and these are all coral ranunculus, and this beautiful green, this wheat bush, and these coral flowers, as well as some of these. Eucalyptus. And this beautiful spray with flowers. So I've cut up all of my supply that I will be using for this wreath. This wreath is a little bit thinner in the bottom, and so what I did to kind of keep it together is I used a floral wire and I just wired it all together. And then I'm going to show you a little trick that I do when a grapevine is too thin. A lot of supply can fit into this thin area of the wreath, but this just gives it a fuller look. And so what I do is today I'm going to be using an old wreath frame. This is more of like a twiggy type style instead of the grapevine, the thick. And you'll get a pair of scissors that you don't care about, and you're going to cut it. This is a messy part. And there is a wire in the middle of these usually, and so you'll need your wire cutters. And then you'll cut through the rest. Okay, like so. And then I'm just going to be cutting, because I'm going to make this just a half wreath, I'll probably just be cutting to there. So same thing. So another option for this would be a floral foam you could use there, or you could use a smaller grapevine and cut the actual grapevine and add a little bit more to it. Or you don't have to do it at all, but this is just a trick that I do to be able to add more floral and fullness to my wreath. So I will just get floral wire, and I start in the center. And I'm just going to, this is a brown floral, which I love. Usually I get green, and I found this one at Michael's. Keep that in the center. I'm gonna hold it and just go on one side. This wire also helps to keep the floral in. It's just like an extra area for the floral to set in place. Okay. And then I go back to the center again, and then I will cut it. Like so. So typically when I am making a half wreath, I start with the outer greenery. A lot of people do it differently. Sometimes, I mean, I don't always do it this way. Sometimes I start with the floral that I want to put in, but today I'm going to start with putting some of the greenery on the outside. I'm going to start by adding this adorable eucalyptus bush, and you will see all the linked details of all the supply that you can purchase to make this wreath. So I'll just measure, and I am going to be dipping every stem into my glue pot. So you may not see it because I'll be standing in front of it, but I am dipping that stem into the glue pot. Glue pot saves you so much time. And I'm just gonna start by putting all of this greenery in, and I will put it in fast motion so you guys can see that step as well. Okay, so far this is what I have. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these stems to work with. So I'm going to stop using those for a moment, and I'm going to look over my supply, and I'm going to add some more greenery. So I'm going to go with this fern that I have here that I've cut up, and I'm going to be putting it also along with this eucalyptus. And it's really important that you put the stem straight through and not straight back, or you're going to have a stem sticking out the back, which is not good for a door because it could potentially scratch your door. Looking, can do that too. Okay, now I am just going to put a few more in, and then I'm going to start adding a few items with floral. I'm going to start with the bigger roses. My goal with this is actually to have supply left over so I can make a floral arrangement or another wreath with it. So there's so much here, so I know I'll be able to use that. So I'm going to start by adding 2 of these large beautiful rose stems on the sides, and all these rose stems have a leaf as well with them. The rose bush also has these fern and berries, and then this smaller like pink and yellow flowers, and so I will be using those 2 of those on the outsides right now. So again, just dip it in your glue. One on that side. And there are 3 of these. 3 of these in the bush. I'm going to start filling the top as well with some greenery sticking up. And so I'm going to use that eucalyptus again. And I'm just going to put those straight up, kind of at an angle. To be adding some of this rose. Let me make sure I'm saying it right here. This is, yes, it's the green artificial rose leaf spray. These have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stems on. I'm going to give you guys a little different angle. I'm going to add this one to the other side. Twig, because it's so thick and easier to hold your stems. So I'm just gonna, and I kind of hide the bigger greenery in the back. Some of the wire just kind of stuck out in the front, so I'm just cutting that. All right, I have a lot of florals to work with, and so I am gonna start using some corals throughout. Other coral. There are 3 of these, which is awesome. So much to work with. I'm pretty excited. This is my 6th year online, selling online. I have actually been selling, it was mostly local for 10 years now. So this is my 6th year. March is my 6th year online. I'm going to add some eucalyptus in the center here. So I'm just going to push these up because I want it to be a shorter stem. And actually, let me show you how I do this. So if I only wanted this amount of eucalyptus, I will go ahead and pull that and make it a stem for that. But then this one, what you would do is you just grab this wire, it's flexible, and you just twist it like this. And so then the stems aren't gonna fall off and it's hidden. So it's just, you can make 2 stems out of 1. I'm gonna use more of the coral. So I'm gonna do the 3, and I'll do them on both sides. So I'm gonna have to cut down some of the stem so that I'll do that. Slide it in there. Be careful though. This is when you do get burnt, is when you can't see where you're pushing down, and it's usually when your glue pot is the hottest too, at the end. You could add peaches in this wreath. You could have added a bow in the center and then went from there and added more greens. You could add a bow on top. Let me show you real quick an option. I have a friend that makes these welcome signs and other signs. You could add a welcome sign. So I might do that at the end. So I have 2 more stems of this eucalyptus. And I said that I wanted to keep some supply for another wreath, but I think I'm going to use it all today. I think I want to make this nice and full. I know a lot of my customers love the full look to their wreath, and I tend to always go all out. I'm going to put these both in the center here. All right, more of this thistle. The longer stems I will stick in the back so that they will show. I'm doing my best to do this in a certain amount of time frame, but of course you have to make the video a little bit fast too to get it all in there. I don't know, it's hard to watch a 1.5 to 2 hour wreath making video. It's looking so good. Still have lots of supply to use. So I am gonna start making it really wispy. Using this white berry, it has a lot of stems in it that you can just pull out like so. They're very bendable. And I'm just gonna pull out some of these here and give it a wispy look. I'm gonna put 2 of these up on top, behind. Just find an area to put it in there. Hope you guys are enjoying this one. This one is going to be so good, and I will be showing it pictures of it on the door. This one's going to be available in my online store to purchase, made to order. All right, so I'm going to speed this video up, and I'm going to be adding the rest of this bush into the wreath. Okay, it's time to add more of the rose leaf, the sagey looking leaves. I'm going to be adding all of them. So I'm just gonna pull them off the stem here. So to give it some more depth, I'm going to be adding them around on the outer edge. Have 2 more small ones. So there's an area here that's a little bit empty, and you're gonna always want to check that on your wreath because people can see the wreath from the sides, they can see the wreath from the front. So you want to just double check every area. If you see a space that needs some supply, make sure to add it there. Okay, so I've used all of the rose leaf sage looking greenery, and now I have, let's see here, I have 2 more of these ferns, so I'll be using them right up on top again. These are so good. Like they have them in so many colors. I love looking for long stem greenery for basket wreaths. I do have one of these left. I'm gonna put it right underneath on the bottom, right here. Yep, because it needs a little bit more filler right on the center. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, I do have 2 more rose, but I'm not gonna use them. I'm gonna use these for another wreath. I was thinking about putting some on the outside, but I think that the greenery on the outside is what I want to keep. I'm going to use more of this here, this coral flower. I'm going to use it up on top. Put your glue and be really careful. And I have just a little bit more to work with, and I'm going to put these in as well. The glue gun is really good to probably start up right now because you'll be turning this around and adding more glue to areas that need it. All right, I'm gonna have to put the stem down a little. It's too long for my area that I need to put it. I do have one of these left and one of these. And so I'm going to use this on a different wreath. So I'll put that in my pile. And then I'm just going to add this small one on this side here. Okay. I have a few more greenery left from this spray that had the little white flowers. So I'm just gonna fill those in. All right, I'm down to just a few more thistle and the wheat bush. So I'm gonna get those filled in there, as well as a few of the white little daisies. I do have also, it didn't come in this bundle that I got from Greenery Market, but I love this silk green leaf, and so I'm gonna test it out on the back before I actually glue it in, but maybe giving it some pops of those greens might look good. I don't know yet. So I'm going to place some more of these items in, and actually this has the 2, but I'm not going to cut them apart. I'm going to keep this stem long and going to place them. All right, I just have 2 more of these, and I'm going to cut this one apart. I'm going to stick these ones down. I really love this wreath. I'm going to put this one available in my online store, but it's going to be hard. I have to make another one for myself. Okay, so here it is. You can also put a welcome sign. I wanted to show you how I put a welcome sign on. Super, super easy. The only thing I recommend is that you use a thicker wood. If you don't make signs yourself, there are so many local people. Support local business, because there's someone out there that can make them for you. So anyways, you'll want wood that's thicker, and then you're gonna use a staple gun. All right, so with that wire, you're just going to stick it through the grapevine. Decide where you wanna put it. Through the grapevine. Push it through, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab it and just twist. So sometimes the first one, sometimes you have to turn it around and actually see what you're doing, but if it's hanging, it's easy. Okay, so then same with this side. And just twist. You could do so many different color options or sayings, or you could put a last name. But yeah, it turned out beautiful. I love it. Thank you for watching. And be sure to follow me at caseylee.co and ask any questions, because I am all about helping others to create beautiful wreaths. So thank you for watching. Have a good day.